Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing, continuing with Season 2 here with Race 19 at Sus Race. So, first race of the week, we'll head over to the grid and get our races into their places. So, reverse grid order of the last race as always. So we see through the grid here, there'll be 16 laps around this track. And we'll get the DNF predictions started. So start prediction. How many races will DNF? 2 minutes to put in your predictions starting from now. So make sure you get those in within the 2-minute window if you'd like to make a prediction with those channel points. But we'll have a look through the track just to remind ourselves of what is going to be happening. So on the get-go, there's already a shortcut at the start. I think most of the racers avoid it on the first lap, but on the following laps, very good shortcut to drop you straight into the middle of this bowl, otherwise you will be going around the outside. That is definitely a slower route to go. Following that, you'll be going through to this section. The barrier will drop when the race starts. And there is a shortcut through the middle, but if you exit this area incorrectly, you can get caught bouncing back and forth, which we have seen previously in this zone. You don't want to get stuck there. Otherwise, you'll be going around either side, which can be a bit slower. Then you've got two shortcuts. Kind of shortcuts, I suppose. There's two routes around the outside that go to a top layer. Otherwise, you'll be on the bottom layer here. And they then regroup down this straight, the top layer having a bit of a smoother run, whereas the bottom layer does have this obstruction on the side. Then into the next area, there are these holes that can travel all the way over, otherwise you will be dropping down to a tier below. These both pretty much follow the same route round, this big square area, and then bring you out into the bowl. I think if you can stay to the top level, it will be a bit quicker. You can avoid all of those holes. And then you'll be going around this bowl and into this central fan area, which will bring you all the way up. Follow it up here. And bring you out at the top of this spiral area. So the quickest route down here, which can make a lot of time and gain you a lot of positions, is if you can bounce off this wall or this triangle piece just right to go into this central spiral. This will be spinning when time goes, and this will force you down to the bottom a lot quicker. Otherwise, you will be going around this outside area. This then brings you back down into the final corner and dropping back down to the main straight. So that is the track, and just in time for the prediction timer to finish, which means we can get this race underway. So let's resume the time. Let the countdown go down, and it is green and they are off. So into the first bowl. Couple people getting quite high up on the edge. We'll see who gets the best drop down here. It's going to be a lot of contact, so there will be some big movements in the positions. Could be a chance for some of the ones further back. T-Dub already on quite a tight inside line. Gets a bounce off Crimson. I don't know if that helped them though. They have got caught up in the group. So Christopher's going to be the first drop down. And is off on the move. Looks like Crimson and Adam will be just behind. See them heading down. Both also going around the outside areas. Will anyone get a run through the middle as we see everyone else starting to drop down here? Logan almost getting through that centre shortcut, but just missing out. Superboss has got it lined up. Can they carry it all the way through? They do. So that's a big move for Superboss. And Logan and Dazza with a good run over the top layer here, going across everyone, gaining a lot of positions, pushing Adam out the way and moving up into the top two positions, it looks like. Say top two, Christopher's actually flying up ahead, so not quite the top two. Christopher is already down to the fan. Logan had a bit of a hold up. He's now behind Marley. See the rest of the group here making their way around. They're all starting to spread out a little bit. There is some contact. But a good breakaway up at the front at the moment. Some bumps going on in this bowl can have a big effect on your position. See who's going to get the release first. I think Christopher might already be up into the next section. Yes, they are, but they have missed the shortcut into the spiral. So Shona is now up into second. Will they be able to get into the center? It doesn't look like it. A bad bounce there on the exit. Actually, that was a very good bounce. They missed the usual route in, but managed to bounce themselves off the following corner and get into the shortcut. So we could see Shona going up into first here. We see Dazza dropping into the shortcut. Magic not. They'll be missing out. It is going to be close on the exit. See Christopher coming around the outside now, heading down towards the straight. Shona's been released, so Christopher, with such a big lead, has managed to keep hold of that lead on lap 1. Got out of the shortcut just in time. Bad exit there. They might be carrying a bit more momentum than Shona down this straight. They are, so Christopher's just going to hold on to that first place for now, but Shona just behind. And Dazza getting held up slightly on this corner. Not the best of exits for them. Now further back, let's see what is going on. There are quite a few people in the inner spiral. They'll be gaining quite a few positions for themselves. Meanwhile, everyone going around the outside will be losing quite a lot of time. See Nick going across Magic, Diamond Swords and Harry very close together. Logan and Marley. Don't think we're seeing anyone grabbing this shortcut yet. But this could change as we see Cheese and Boer both heading towards it. Cheese just missing out and a nudge from Boer. Boer's going to go through and will take the lead. So a very effective shortcut, that one, and into the next shortcut as well. Can they keep it going? They go off slightly, but they do just stay in it. So a very good move by Boer. Shona and Christopher both following through the shortcut, not letting Boer get away that easily. And Crimson, Cloud Monkey and Quack grouped together. Cloud Monkey having some trouble. Arcane, Pesky Bird, Storm King and Zor. Dazza with an interesting move there is going to get themselves caught up in the bouncers, but may be able to line up for the booster with that. They do, so they're on the move again. An interesting climb over the wall there by Dazza. Nick slowly approaching the shortcut. Dom grabbing the first shortcut there, skipping the bowl. So massive position gain for them. This is where we'll start to see the pack spread out. These shortcuts proving to be very effective. See Quack and Crimson having a battle here. Crimson is going to come out on top. Down at the bottom we see Boer approaching the bowl, followed by Shona and Christopher for that number 1 spot. A bit of an equal gap between the top 3. They've got quite a bit of a group up just behind the Wolf with a very good run. Going over the top layer there. In fact, that top layer has the best exit into the bowl as well. This could be huge for Wolf. So that top layer is definitely the one you want. If Wolf doesn't get hit by anyone, this could be a chance to get into the lead. See how well they can do in this bowl. Crimson and Quack still fighting side by side. Wolf not quite getting the lineup yet. Eskibird narrowly missing them. Logan with a good drop from that upper layer as well. Boer is going to keep hold of the lead. Shona and Wolf side by side, not far behind. Though that was a bad attempt into the upwards area. Christopher might actually get the better lineup here first. So Christopher is going to move up first. Ahead of those, Boer's going to jump into the inner spiral, so that's big for Boer. But Wolf jumping in front of Christopher. We also have Wood with a good release. from that bowl out of nowhere, but it's going to just miss out on the inner spiral. So a bit of a time loss there. Shona manages to make it in. So Boyle, Wolf, Christopher and Shona in that inner area. And we see Muffin all the way at the back at the moment, just trailing behind. So Crimson and Quack still fighting it out, both going into that inner spiral. This could be a couple of positions dropped for Wood. Zor also into the spiral, followed by Jake. Not as many people seem to be going in this time around. But going on to lap 3, Boyer in the lead, Wolf in second, Christopher in third. Shona in fourth. We see Wood making their way round now, is just going to beat Crimson out. So we'll be in fifth, and Wolf currently with the fastest lap. See Crimson now just behind, making their way down, narrowly missing Wood there for a bit of a collision. Quack going for a bit of a lunge just behind Crimson. Then we have Zor followed by Jake. Logan getting out of that spiral just behind Dazza. Very close to hitting each other there. See if anyone gets a shortcut run here. This could be a good lineup for Baz. And Mario's going to sneak in front, so Mario may be lined up here. They are. Mario and Baz are both going to make a lunge into the top 2 positions here. Pesky Bird following is going to be in third, so that first shortcut is very beneficial. Definitely the one to look out for. I'd say your 2 biggest shortcuts here are the first one and taking that top layer on the last area. But Wood's going to run through this central shortcut, avoiding all the bumpers, and will be just behind Mario. Mario is going to block them out. But Pesky Bird going on the top layer is going to have more speed into the straight. Will go into first. And they make it over all the holes. They're losing some speed. They don't quite make it. Mario with some good momentum, but it's not enough. Wood's going to hug the wall. Passing to the other side. Can they make it all the way across? This could be huge if they do. They do. They're going to be sticking to the top layer. This could be a very good release at the bottom here. Could be just what they need to make a breakaway in the lead. Pesky Bird in second. Mario third. Baz in fourth. Further back we can see Crimson in fifth. Boy in sixth. Marley seventh. Wolf eighth. I think Cheese in ninth. Shona in 10th. Wood released into the bowl, into the fan. It'd be a good lineup here. Just narrowly missing it that time around. This should be lined up for a good entrance here. So this could be a near perfect run in the last zone. So up into the fan. Not too much time wasted there. We'll see which route they are taking up at the top. Looks like it'd be the outside area, but no one else heading up just yet. So a massive time gain for Wood there. We'll see what happens going into the fan. See who is going to follow. Will Pesky Bird still be in second? So they are just on the inside of Mario going into it. Very close together. It's going to be about who gets up first. It looks like Pesky Bird, a slight mess up means that Mario is going to get up to the top first, so they'll be in second. Bouncing around a bit though. Are they lined up? They are not. They'll be missing out on the spiral. And Pesky Bird get the bounce. It looks like they will. So Pesky Bird is highly likely to take this spot back away from Mario and move back up into second. Meanwhile, Wood already heading on to lap 4. But Wolf still holding the fastest lap. Surprisingly, that must have been a very good lap for Wolf. So if they can keep hold of that fastest lap and the top 20th position, that will be an extra point for them in the series. See Cheese getting into the spiral. Shona is going to be around the outside, the longer route. And Pesky Bird getting released just in front of Mario. And of course, a lineup on this shortcut could be big for anyone. Could result in a massive boost in the leaderboard, in the positions. But so far, it looks like everyone is going to be missing it. Collision there between Baz and Marley could be a good lineup for Baz. Cheese helping out Marley as well. Cheese looks like they're going to just miss it. Baz and Marley both get it, but Wood's already on the move down into the next area before anyone can even get into the shortcut. But if they can nail this second shortcut, they don't. But Wood having trouble blending in here with the ground. Having some trouble to get on the move. Marley's managed to get up into first. Looks like there's some collisions going on in the bowl. So Marley now in the lead, Wood in second, Baz in third. Marley dropping down to the lower layer. See Christopher moving through to the bumper section. See if Wood can make it across all the holes once again. Losing quite a bit of speed there. Is it going to happen? Going to the wall. They don't. Just missing out. Losing quite a bit of speed doing so. So Baz is going to come past. Take second. We see the back runners only just coming out of the fan section as Marley's making their way down into the bowl. So McWave has now moved up into fourth. Christopher down to fifth. Wolf in sixth. But Crimson flying over the top of them. Will just take two positions, pushing Christopher out to the edge. Actually helping them out a little bit, getting through this section though. Helping them out a lot, so Christopher's actually going to stay on the top section, so that could be big for them. Then it's Crimson, Wolf, Pesky Bird, and Pesky taking the top zone as well, and then Mario behind. So this could be a big time increase for Christopher and Pesky. Will we see some positions gained from this move? Because everyone else is still going around the outside. Pesky Bird just missing out from getting in there. Just narrowly missing Wood as well. Could be lined up for an entry here. They are. And they get on the move again. Marley also. So it's going to be between Marley and Pesky who's going to get up to the top first. It's like Marley. Well, Pesky having trouble. Pesky does seem to be having some difficulties with the route up from that fan. Marley's going to get into the spiral though, try and keep hold of that lead. See Pesky and Baz. Pesky with not so good of a release, but they are just behind Baz now. Then Wood following. Pesky Bird's going to be going the slower route though. Wood dropping into the spiral alongside Baz. So it looks like it's going to be Marley first, Baz second, Wood third coming out of this spiral, then Pesky Bird in fourth, unless someone can go into this spiral and get past them. But I think they're going to be a bit slow at this point. You don't gain a massive amount of time from this inner spiral. Christopher's going to get it just raising past McWave. He's going to be going the outside route. Crimson will be going on the inside as well, so they'll pass McWave. And Wolf just missing out with a bad bounce there, slowing them down quite a lot, so a big time loss for them. You see Mario will be going to the spiral, so they will likely pass Wolf. But down towards the first bowl on lap 5. Currently Marley leading, Baz in second, Wood in third, Pesky Bird in fourth. Then just coming down to the line, we have Christopher in fifth, Crimson in sixth. Will we see anyone go for this shortcut? It seems that you need someone else with you to try and use them to get a good bounce and keep an angle for this first shortcut. Otherwise you just rebound off this wall. Mario just missing McWave there. And then Wolf coming around not far behind, still holding the fastest lap, currently in 9th. See Cutsy and Armtex side by side, sprinting down, both avoiding each other. Cutsy is just going to be right on the back of Armtech, then Space Comet and Harry just behind, followed by Cheese, Shona and Magic. Heading up through the bumper section, Marley has Baz right behind them. Baz going for the overtakes, going to take the outside line here. Getting past Marley, a better line around this section is going to carry a bit more momentum. And Wood losing a bit of time through that section, but does maintain 3rd. Baz with an early drop through the holes. Can Marley run this all the way to the end? A bounce there. They do, so big move by Marley, whereas Baz opting to make an early drop down. Try not to lose too much time. Wood's not carrying a lot of speed here, goes for an early drop down as well. Pesky is going to try and go all the way over the top, hugging the inside wall. Going from wall to wall here, will it pay off? It nearly did, but dropping in the last hole, unfortunately for them. Christopher with an early drop down. Then we see T-Dub and Skyline following. We see Crimson taking a shortcut, getting past Mario and Space Comet, but not for long, as them two are on the top layer. Space Comet jumping just in front of Skyline. Mario's going to be hugging the wall. Will pass Skyline and Space Comet, but dropping to the hole. Skyline with a better run. Going to have more speed into that section. Up at the front, Marley currently still leading. Baz in 2nd. Wood in 3rd. Then we see Pesky Bird followed by Christopher just dropping in. And Marley making their way up to the spiral. So Wolf dropping a couple of positions a lap at the moment. Struggling to keep consistent with their race. They're going to have to up their speed a bit if they want to stay in the top 20 by the end of this. See Baz now making their way up. Daza getting the top route down there, so that's a good exit. So did Harry. Daza going out quite wide. Get caught up with the rest of them. Harry coming in, just skimming Mario, but that might have slowed Harry down a bit. Might help them out. Storm King with a good entrance as well, with the better route through there, just missing Westport. That could have been costly if there's a collision there. Elijah Daza pushing Daza out wide, so this is a big time loss for Daza. Harry gaining quite a few positions with this move, is up and on the move. T-Dub has just gone up as well. We see Mario going up from the fan. Some contact between Magic, Shona and Jake. Crimson and Shax are now also on the move, followed by McWave. So a few positions moving around. And Wolf dropping heavily. Definitely going to have to pick up the pace. So what is going on up at the spiral? See, Marley is already through to the first bowl. Baz just about to enter it. See, Wood has gone the slower route but gets out in 3rd. But Christopher and Pesky are just behind, heading down to the start-finish. Bump off Pesky, but this could be a perfect lineup for Wood to get the shortcut. It looks like it will be. And Harry and T-Dub looking to do the same, so Wood is going to fly into 1st. Harry and T-Dub getting the shortcut as well. So Harry will go up into 2nd, T-Dub into 3rd. See if anyone gets the shortcut. Wood with the shortcut through the bumper zone. Harry and T-Dub both missing out, so Wood is going to try and make a breakaway into 1st on lap 6. Harry and T-Dub both having some difficulties. Crimson getting the shortcut. Jumping in front of Baz, moving up into 4th, so a big position gain for Crimson. They get a good line through this section, moving a bit slow, but it is a good line. Meanwhile, up ahead, Wood going a little bit slow, is on the lower level of this area. But it looks like T-Dub and Harry have done the same. So not too much risk. Baz is going to come flying over the top of Crimson. Will they be able to get over all of these holes successfully? It's a good line. They will do, so this could be huge for Baz. This could be a shot at number 1. Further back we see Crimson, Marley, Pesky, Christopher and Mario. So Baz now going into the bowl. We'll be trying to get out of this section ahead of Wood. So we'll see if they can pull it off. See Marley with the top route as well. That'll be a good release there. Just missing a bump on Harry. Very close to Baz as well. This could be close for the top 3 here. It looks like Wolf has dropped out of the top 20 with that fastest lap. There'll be no point if they are outside the top 20. And Wood is the first one up into the spiral zone. T-Dub not far behind. Wood will get into the spiral. T-Dub's gonna just miss that bounce and will be going the slower route around the outside. Harry in 3rd. Baz seems to have lost some time here. Harry's got into the spiral. Marley into the spiral as well. And here comes Baz in 5th. See if they can get into the spiral as well. It looks like they will. And then Crimson coming through currently in 6th. Also getting the spiral. So T-Dub, the only one not to get that spiral route of the top 6. So a bit of a time loss for them. See if they lose many positions because of it. But still quite the battle happening up at the top. So they're going to lose a position to Marley, but they will get out in front of Baz and Crimson. So T-Dub will be in 4th, going on to lap 7. So as we see our front runners coming up to lap the back runners, this could cause some trouble. T-Dub with an interesting line that could be very good, although Marley's going to play a blocker there and slow them down, pushing them out a bit wider. This could actually help Marley by slowing them down. Could put Wood under pressure. Yeah, these back runners could cause some trouble for our front runners here. Could get in the way, slow someone down. This could make the battle at the front very interesting. Just gonna have a quick drink. We're approaching the halfway mark. Got to stay hydrated in this very hot weather. It looks like Wood will release him first. Here taking the left side, a rough bounce there, but Marley's bounced twice as well. Harry's getting set way back with the roll. And one of our back runners, Muffin, having trouble with the bumpers. Almost getting sent back up the wrong way at the shortcut, but they have got on the move once again. But Wood is being chased down by Marley, looking for that number 1 spot. Baz is going over the top here, over the top of Harry, and a good quick release will have more momentum over the holes. Will they be able to get a good line? They're struggling. They do not get a good line through there. Muffin looking quite good through there. Dropping in one of the late ones is actually going to block Baz. So like I say, our back runner's going to be causing some trouble for our leaders. but Wood being chased down by Marley. Muffin's going to stay in front of Baz, causing trouble for them, which means Harry can try and gain some time. And then T-Dub, Budo and Crimson behind. The Budos made their way up into 6th. Storm King currently in 8th. Then further back, Zor's having some trouble with the bumpers. This could be a lineup to get out of the shortcut. No, they don't. They're going to collide with Mario there. That'll help them through, but that has caused trouble for Mario. But not too much trouble as they get on the move once again. So Christopher in 9th, Zor 10th, Mario 11th, Space Comet 12th, Skyline 13th, McWave 14th, Pitsy 15th, Quack 16th, Pesky 17th, Just in Time 18th, Shax, Harold and Daz are currently fighting to stay in the top 20 and in the points. But down at the fan, it looks like it's going to be close between Wood and Marley here. There may have been some contact between them. It looks like Marley's actually got the tighter inside line here. They do, just beating Wood into the fan. With a better line up. And time being lost here for Wood, struggling to get up to the spiral section. Losing a lot of time and dropping down to 4th with that. So they're going to need a good run through here. Marley in the spiral. Harry's just going to miss out. Baz is going to miss out. Wood needs a good line up here. They get it into the spiral. That's what they need to try and get up back into 2nd. A big time loss down on the fan section. So Wood will be trying to make that back. Come up to the line. It looks like they have already moved up into 2nd. So currently Carol is our 20th place. We saw Just in Time getting absolutely whacked by Shona. That is going to be a massive loss for Just in Time. Going to lose a lot of time with that. We'll probably push them out of the top 20. Up at the front, Marley into the first bowl. Wood's just going to miss out on the shortcut. A back runner. Muffin is going to take it though. Then Harry dropping in just behind. So we see Baz and T-Dub coming through. Crimson crossing the line now in 6th. Storm King in 7th. Budo in 8th. Got Mario, Christopher, Cutsy and Space Comet going through the spiral. Zor, Quack, Magic going around the outside. So we're going to see some position changes here. But anyone be able to get the shortcut, both Christopher and Cutsy bouncing wide will miss out on it. But Storm King must have got a run through that shortcut, moving up into 1st. Marley could be in trouble here with the bumpers. This is going to be a massive time loss. They need to get moving again through that shortcut soon, or they're going to be in trouble. Crimson sneaking through. Marley in big trouble though. So Storm King now 1st, Harry in 2nd, Wood in 3rd, Crimson 4th, T-Dub 5th, and is taking the quicker line through there. Marley almost getting themselves stuck, but they have got released again, but have moved down to 7th. So a big drop for Marley. T-Dub's going to take the top route through here. This will be strong for them. Maybe able to get past Storm King and Harry. Looks like they will. So T-Dub storming into 1st. Storm King 2nd with Harry right on their tail. Then Wood in 4th, Crimson 5th. Marley's going to take the top route round here as well and gain some of those positions back, going past Crimson. And passing Wood as well with a big bounce on the exit, but this could line them up well. Collision with Jenny. This is a perfect entry for Marley. Couldn't have played that any better, using one of the back runners to their advantage. And Marley's going to fly up into first. And we'll even get the spiral. No, they won't. Just clipping the wall. We'll be going the slower route round. But back down at the bottom, Jenny's now going around the bowl backwards. This could be interesting. A collision with Storm King might have actually helped Storm King. It has helped them out quite a lot. Bringing their speed down so they can get through the fan quicker. Storm King will be in second, Harry in third. T-Dub coming through in fourth, Wood just behind in fifth. See what happens up at the spiral. This could be a bit of a game changer here. So Wood's going to get in the spiral once again, very consistent with that. Whereas Storm King, Harry and T-Dub won't be, so this is going to be big for Wood. But Marley currently absolutely storming away in the lead on lap 9. A strong race for Marley so far. So Storm King will be able to just stay in front of Wood. Now dropping down to the main straight. Crimson and Baz with some contact. Crimson's going to get a better run. Baz can't quite squeeze them out. Taking different lines into the bowl. Baz running along the rim there. Bit of a risky one. I think there might have been a little bit of contact between Wood and Jenny there. Edom and Harry just missing each other. Jenny's going to try and cut to the inside, plus this is one of our back runners causing some trouble. But where is Marley at the moment? They are way off ahead. Currently attempting to lap Andrew. T-Dub getting through this section in front of Wood, but getting held up by Jenny. Good use of the booster there. Wood getting sent quite far back, so does Storm King. Baz gets a good run through. Going to be just in front of Wood into this section. And Storm King not far behind. Going over the holes, Baz is going to drop down relatively early, so does Wood, dropping down a similar position. Storm King doing the same, carrying a little bit more momentum. Wood's going to move over for a defensive maneuver. And Storm King going in a bit too aggressive into that corner, gets held up, but Wood doing the same to the second corner is going to lose that position and drop a spot to Crimson as well. And is now also at risk from Harry. Our front runner Marley currently holding the lead quite strong. See, Wolf still holding the fastest lap, has made it back into the top 20, now in 16th. And Quack currently our 20th place and our last point scorer at the moment. And Wolf gaining a few more positions. We'll zoom out a little bit, we'll see what's going on further back while all this is happening in the bowl. See Skyline with a good run there. Quack's going to get a pass on Magic. Just in time going past Pesky. Shady's going to chase Pesky down. Then Cutsy getting blocked by Westport. Showing her along the top route. Does manage to pull it off. Snorker getting past Carol. Looks like there's some big position changes happening up towards the front. See a lot of bouncing around. Once again, Wood getting into the spiral. Baz will be going around the outside. Going to be Wood, Storm King and Harry all stuck together on the inside. We see T-Dub getting released in second. Ib not far behind in third. Coming from nowhere. Then Storm King, Harry and Wood very close together. Will anyone be able to use each other to line up for the shortcut? Harry and Wood with a bump off each other. Could be a line up for them both, but Wood going a little bit to the left They do get it though, so Harry will move up into first, Wood will move into second. Marley dropping down not far behind them. Harry going to the shortcut but getting caught up on the bumpers. There's a shot for Harry to try and get first, but if they're going to get stuck on the bumpers, it's going to be a big problem for them. Struggling to get going again. Marley's going to reclaim that #1 spot, getting the better route around there. And Harry in trouble. Meanwhile, up towards the front, got some back runners causing some trouble for Wood here. Dropping down to the bottom tier. Marley with a good run there is going to extend the lead once again. Good entry into that final area. We'll see if they can make it through without any collisions. But Marley with a strong race so far. And they'll make it through perfectly. So Adam moving up into third. Harry in fourth. Logan in fifth. T-Dub in sixth. Crimson and Baz both dropping quite a few places. China up into seventh. Christopher's dropped quite a few places since the beginning of this race as well. Logan's got a good line going here, but a bump from side effects is going to throw them off slightly, pushing them into a bit of a wider circle. But Logan will get through in second. Wood in third. Getting back up to the spiral. Logan is in the spiral. Wood missing out this time, going the longer route round. Not going to be ideal. I imagine somewhere around here is Marley. Yes, indeed, there they are. Mixed in with all of our back runners. The pack really starting to spread out across the track, but causing some trouble for our front runners trying to get past them. You see Logan going to the bowl now in second. Wood coming across the line in third, closely followed by Adam in fourth, and then Harry in fifth. Some collisions happening here. This is looking good for Ib, using Andrew to help them out into the shortcut, and then pushing them backwards on the shortcut exit. So Ib's going to move up into second as Marley's already on the move but stuck in the bumpers. This could be another big time loss for Marley once again. Struggling to get set free, so Ib's going to move up and take first. Marley's going to have to find a way out of here soon, or they are going to lose even more positions and their chance of finishing first in this race. They do find the way out. Andrew on the move once again in second, but losing quite a lot of time. So Christopher now is just behind them, but does have Alice in the way as well. Will make it difficult unless they can find a way past here. Looks like they're going for an early drop down. Alice remaining on the top layer. So Christopher now chasing down Marley. See Wood flying through. Are they on the top layer here? It looks like they are. So Wood on the top layer will go past Christopher, go past Marley, and will now be chasing down Ib. With a better exit, should line them up for the entrance into the fan, as long as they don't get hit by anyone else going around. We need to tighten this line, get in and take that first spot. They're starting to get in, so Wood will get through in first. But Ib is not far behind in second. Now Wood is going to want to try and get the spiral here. Ib with a massive lunge on the inside. Also getting into the spiral. Wood does the same. But a lot of speed by Ib to get in there. Very aggressive. It looks like we've lost Christopher. Our fourth place has managed to go off with what I think is our first DNF of this race. Not quite sure how they've managed that. I think it was coming up from the fan towards the spiral. They've managed to overshoot somewhere a bit too aggressive and they've gone off. So Christopher will be our first DNF. Massive upset for them being in our top 5. That would have been big points for them for the season standings. But that is going to be the end of their race as we're going on to lap 12. Ib still leading, Wood in second, Marley now in third, Adam in fourth, a bit further back. Getting past Logan as Logan has gone the slower route round there. Wood's going to get clipped by Tokyo. That's going to widen their circle slightly and lose them some time. This is the problem with these back runners. Doesn't look like anyone's grabbing this shortcut though. So no one looking to challenge off top 2. Ib having some trouble in there means Wood's actually going to come out on top. Bit of a rollback here. Ib's going to come flying through, collide with Woods, setting them on a good course through the bumper zone. And on the move in first. Ib closely followed by Marley. So it is still close between our top 3. But our mid-pack are going to have to pull out some good lap times to try and compete with our front runners here. And Marley make it over all of these holes. It looks like they might do, falling just towards the end. Baz with a lot of momentum here might be able to get past them unless Marley can go for the block. They try it, but Baz does make it past. So going into the fan, Wood currently leading. Ib in second has got the back runner Demon in their way. He's actually going to bump the back of them. This could slow Ib down, which could help them get into the fan quicker. Then we see Marley having some trouble with Shona. And Crimson having trouble with Muffin. So it seems like everyone's sort of paired up with the back runner here. The back runner's really getting in the way for our leaders and causing as much trouble for them as possible. But it is Wood that gets through this section in first. Up to the spiral. Bit of a slow release. But they are on the move and they have made it into the spiral shortcut. It is going to go around the outside. Baz is going to do the same. So this will be a nice increase to Wood's lead. Marley just missing out as well. Harry getting the spiral means this could be a big increase for them. They could see quite a few positions gained. Already passing Crimson and Marley up to 4th. And they beat Baz to the bottom. It's going to be close, but I don't think they're going to. They do not. So Baz does keep hold of 3rd, but Harry is right behind Budo, moving up into 5th. Going through the spiral as well. Shady's going to come out just behind Marley in 8th. So that spiral proving to be quite effective for a few of our racers here. And Mali is lined up for the one of the biggest shortcuts to take, and it has put them up into second. I think Baz may have also got the shortcut, putting them into first. We're just missing out on the shortcut through the bumper zone, but Ib gets it. Means they'll be chasing down Baz. Or will they? It looks like they've got held up on the bumpers. They didn't make it all the way through. So this has actually resulted in more of a time loss for them. And they are in trouble, dropping to 4th so far. Colliding with Adams, going to hold them up as well. This could be a shot for China to gain some positions, but Iba's got on the move again. We'll keep hold of 4th at least. Mali passing Wood up ahead, but Baz currently in the lead. So as we're coming down to our last few laps, it is still all to play for up at the front. And these shortcuts proving to be very effective. So with a lot of our racers here grouped together, front runners and back runners, this could get messy. Mario with a good run through there, taking the top route. As long as they can avoid everyone, they could have a good run into the fan. With all of these back runners around, it's going to be tricky. But Wave has a good line through here as well. Mario might be lined up this time around. Will anyone block them? There was a block. I think it was Shady and Diamond Swords getting in the way of Mario. So pushing Mario out wide will actually be costly for them. I think Baz is currently still in the lead. Yet they are quite far ahead in the spiral. Wood's going to get in the spiral in second. Shady's now moved up to 3rd with that play. We'll be going around the outside. So will Marley. China is on the inside. And will be moving up into 3rd. Shady in 4th, Marley 5th, Mario 6th, Ib 7th, but going into the spiral. McWave 8th will be going around the outside. Harry in 9th will get into the spiral. That will move them up to 8th for sure. Then Dirt Monster and Crimson also going into the spiral. So we'll see how the positions change for them. But up into the first bowl. A lot of speed for China there, bouncing from left to right. Just missing Wood. There might have been a slight bit of contact there. Narrowly avoiding Tokyo as well. Marley's going to cut in between Wood and China. So everyone trying to avoid colliding with each other. Baz is already heading down to the next section. Going around the outside. He's going to use Stormy as a bit of a bumper to try and get them on the move again. Line them up for the shortcut, but they don't quite get it, so they will be going underneath the slower section. Crimson with a good run through here. Ib's actually up into 1st. But I can't even see them. There they are. So Ib, I must have missed that, but somehow Ib has flown up into 1st here. Baz is now in 2nd. Crimson in 3rd. Looks like they might make it all the way through. They do. This could be huge for Crimson. Boosting around this top layer. We'll watch them make their way down. We see Wood further back. Currently in 4th. Crimson's going to hit the back of TJ. It's going to speed TJ up, but could slow Crimson down. It'll be just what they need to get up into 1st. You can see Baz making their way around. Now currently in 1st according to the leaderboard. Gonna get hit by Westbrook there. That's going to push them wide. That's going to be a big time loss for Baz. That is going to send them wide. And Ib, although it hasn't been too bad for Baz, Ib also running a little bit wide. Going to be just behind. Crimson making it through in 2nd. So up at the top, Crimson's actually moved up into first, but we're be taking the outside line. Ib's going to take the spiral, and Baz will be doing the same. So Crimson will probably lose that number 1 spot here. See Ib move up into first. And we should see Baz jump up into second soon. Wood getting pushed by Tokyo. That could have been quite dangerous. But they've managed to keep themselves on the move. As Baz has just got in front of Crimson. As we go on to lap 15. Ib leading. Baz in second. Baz getting the shortcut though. Saw that in the distance there amongst all the names. He's going to move up into first with a big move late into this race. That could be huge for them. Ib in second, Crimson third, Wood in fourth. Now that could be a good lineup as Wood uses Dom there, but Wood's going to narrowly miss the shortcut. Dom's going to get it, but they are a lap behind. So Wood's going to have to join the normal bowl. And Marley, not too far behind, has Shady chasing him down. Then we see China followed by Mario. Now if we go further up ahead, where is our race leader? There they are. They are absolutely storming ahead. Lapping Boer, who was actually doing alright at the start of this race. So Baz doing very well into the final few laps here. Crimson doing pretty well also. And Ib doing quite well since they've got up into the front runners around the second half of this race. And Wood just trying to stay consistent through most of the race, trying to keep hold of a high position. Has been overtaken by McWave, so McWave is now in fourth. Zoom out a little bit here. We see McWave entering the bowl. Wood just making their way around the outside. Then we see Shady a little bit further back. A lot of jumping around at the bottom of our top 20. I think Wolf is still holding that fastest lap. I don't think anyone is taking that lap. But currently Wolf is not anywhere to be seen on the leaderboard. Harry has lost a lot of positions on the last couple of laps. And now dropping out of the top 20. See Pesky Bird getting overtaken by School of Thugs. That was a great run by School of Thugs. They're going to gain quite a lot of time from that. And here is the bottom of our top 20 fighting it out. Harry getting back up into the top 20, but Billow's carrying more speed through there. Will reclaim that 20th spot. Now we head back up to the front. We are looking for Baz. I think Baz is already into the first bowl on the final lap of the race. There they are. We see Crimson in second making their way around. Ib in third. Closely followed by McWave. McWave might get the shortcut here. This could be huge on the final lap. McWave does get it. Going to drop down and move up into first place. A massive move for McWave on the final lap of the race. This could be huge. This could be a dream final lap for McWave if they can keep it together. So Baz in second. Wood moving up into third. I think they may have got the shortcut on that first section. Having a bit of trouble getting squeezed out by Diamond Swords. See Crimson not far behind in 4th. But over the holes, where is McWave? Are they in this final bowl already? Oh, they are not. They're just making their way in now. Interesting bounce there for Diamond Swords. Having some trouble. Baz is stuck behind Snorker. Now this final section is going to be crucial for our front runners. Wood dropping into the bowl. Crimson not far behind, just dropping in now. So we have McWave having some trouble with one of our back runners, Zach. James going up the inside, could push them wider. This could be bad for McWave. It hasn't done too much because of the low speeds. So McWave is on the move up to the spiral zone. Now what is going to happen here? Will they get into the spiral? This is what they need. They do, so this could be it. This could be the seal of first place. Baz is going to go this slower route round. Now can Wood get up here in time and get into the spiral? They can get into the spiral here. This could move them up into second. Looks like they're just going to miss it though. This could be a chance for Crimson. Crimson does get into the spiral. That'll move them up into at least third. So Crimson going up into third. Wood has dropped to fourth, going around the slower outside. But across the line, didn't even get to see that because they were doing it so quick. McWave actually getting the shortcut after crossing the line with some help from Diamond Swords. McWave taking the win on race 19. Baz finishing second. Crimson is going to take third. Then Wood will take fourth. And coming down the spiral, Ib in fifth. China going the slow way round. Means School of Thugs will be sixth. Then a bit of a race down to the end here between Marley, Shady and China. What's going to happen? Marley cutting on the inside. It looks like Marley is going to take 7th, Shady 8th, China 9th. A few more back runners. We see Sawyer in the spiral. Harry going around the outside. This could cost them some positions. Where is Mario? They are in the spiral. It looks like they will actually beat Harry to the bottom. And Akane has gone off at some point. Harry's going to take 12th. I think I said something wrong there. Sawyer took 10th. Mario 11th. Dirt Monster 12th. Harry 13th. Bitsy 14th. Wolf 15th. Storm King colliding with Buddo. Buddo's going to use that to take the inside line and steal 16th. Storm King will finish 17th. And our final point scoring positions very close here, but Adam will take 18th, Pom's 19th, Shaq's 20th. And Dazza and Pesky just missing out on scoring any points in this race. Yeah, the chat's been very quiet this race. And I don't think there was much jinxing this time around. But 4th, not too bad. That is some big points. And no one taking the fastest lap in the top 20. So we'll go over to our race winner here. Congratulations to McWave on taking that win. And while we wait for the DNF timer to count down, I will input the race results and we'll be back with the predictions and the final standings. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes with those. Okay, so I'm into the results, just waiting for the DNF timer, so it'll speed things up a little bit more. I can actually see who got the fastest lap as well as get these predictions done. So I don't think we had anyone vote, so I don't think the predictions are going to matter too much here. So there we go, results are in. There is our top 20 confirmed. Heading down to those who just missed out. And it looks like Andrew actually managed to take the fastest lap. Wolf did get into the top 20, but didn't actually keep hold of that fastest lap. So Andrew in 31st actually took the fastest lap, but because they're not in the top 20, they will be missing out on scoring any points here for that fastest lap. So I can quickly update that. And then we can head down and see how many DNFs we had. So we'll head further down. And just the two, it was Christopher and Akane both DNFing. So let's go to choose outcome, 1 to 5, complete prediction. And prediction results are in, and no winners, I'm guessing. Nope. So no one voting this time around, no one making any predictions. But now over to the standings, probably the most important part, as we are approaching the end of the season. So after this race, McWave is in first with 157. Snorker is in second with 137. Magic in third with 129. Marley in fourth with 126. Mario in fifth with 116. Let's say sixth or fifth. Mario in fifth. Starting to lose it. Adam in sixth with 112. Jenny in seventh with 108. James and Ib tied with 100 points for 8th. Zach in 10th with 97. So that's our top 10. Then below that we have Space Comet, Zor, Carol, Kutsi, Cheese, Crimson, Storm King, Christopher, School of Thugs, Shona, Jake, Dinosaur, Stanky, T-Dub, and Harry, making up our top 25. So not many races left. And I see Cheese didn't actually make it to this stream. He told me before I started he was going to be busy, so I'll say for him there are only 4 more races into the highway race, seeing as he keeps saying at the end of these streams how many are left till his track. And yeah, not many left to go until our final race on Red Rings. Of course, that is always our final track at the moment. It does make for quite an exciting final. And at this point, I think if you're below, well, probably the second half of the leaderboard, it's going to be tough for you to make your way up into the top 3. You're going to have to pull out some crazy performances in the next few races with it to have a chance. But it's still a battle raging up at the top here. And remember, that first place will get a free sub. So that is going to be it. Tomorrow is the track showcase. I usually end up saying it wrong on a Monday. I always say join in for the next race tomorrow at the same time, but it won't be. It'll be a Tuesday track showcase. Track showcase Tuesdays. But it will be at the same time. So that is tomorrow, and then the following day will be at Aquamarine. That's going to be it for this stream. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.